with your pants down.
Hole in the changing room there. Rather good. But anyway, have a look at her. She's marvellous. She's called Mandy Moore. Here she comes now out of America.
Wonderful. Coming on court now. Sensible flats. Absolutely right.
Wearing some sensible flats, and she's an absolute cracker.
That's really lovely. Now, would you like to run Mandy through the rules?
Rules of the game very simple, Mounds. Lordy. Our volley dollars will place a pair of knickers. I don't think I can finish.
I've heard that about you. Our volley dollies will place a pair of knickers around Mandy's ankles, who will then face the scientific aim of our trusty tennis ball machine, Cliff. Every time the lovely Miss Moore returns the ball over the net, she is permitted to pull a pair of pants up.
You pull your pants up,
once you
go
hit
back,
the ball over the
couple
net.
of lovelies all slipping on the pair of pants. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
OK, let's crack
on
on with the game. Let's meet the callers, shall we?
45 seconds, basically.
Crack on without further ado. Are you ready, Mounds?
I'm ready.
OK, your own time.
Right, first pair, sort of semi-on. Remember, our tip
I
is...
should say I have.
Give her your tip.
Don't you pull them up?
Give Mandy your tip.
Oh, my tip? Mounds, bit of a tip for you.
Okay, what?
As soon as you hit the ball, whip your pants up.
And then it makes you be able to run a bit faster back to the volley dollies.
So whip them off?
No, whip them up. Whip them off if you like,
I was like, off.
Right.
You might not win the competition, but you'll become a very popular guest. Right, here we go
there
then.
are 45 seconds on the clock, I think. Amanda is in charge of that. She's doing terribly well in the box.
OK, there we go.
And let's
I
crack
always
on.
fancy myself.
Mandy, you're on.
In the box.
Go.
OK. That's it, Mounds. That's it. Now pull your pants up, pull your pace. That's what I meant. As soon as you hit one.
Okay.
Gosh.
Oh, she's on the ball now.
I've watched this game for several mornings, but only now the raw sexiness of it is really... That's fine. No, it's got to go over, man. I'd have given you a... Oh, that's good enough. I'll give you that. Yeah, that's good enough. No, she hits Pete the teeth. That's got to be double. OK, here we go. Off you go, Mams. Quick with the pants. Quick with the pants. Conk it. No, harder, Mams. Give it some wrist, girl. Give it some wrist. Cliff spitting out the balls like I've never seen.
One more.
One more, man.
Really
Good girl, man.
That's not on, is it?
There we go. Good girl. Whip up your pants and back you come, love.
Well, you could safely say that those pants are hers, are they not?
Yeah, no, they're safely hers. They're up. I would say I've never seen Cliff spit out balls like that this morning. Did you see the rate he was going?
Throwing them at me.
It was unbelievable.
I think there's a bit of a cock up their end, isn't there, Dave?
Sorry, Dave, cock up your end, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no, not another bum prawn. OK, here we go.
Of course they
are slightly dirty, yes.
Three.
Don't, you're only adding for the sexiness of the whole occasion.
That's
Three pairs of
which
caps.
means, John in Cleveland.
John from Cleveland.
Do you want a home entertainment system?
Excellent.
It's
Biffy.
yours.
Wonderful.
So
Thank
that's
you,
rather
old
good,
guy.
isn't it? A
Rather good.
pleasure. Do you know what, Darcy?
Yes.
Tennis is all very well and good, but the girls and I are thinking of getting a bit of horse riding in this afternoon. Fancy a canter?
I can't. My home entertainment system's giving me a bit of jip. Got to go to the doctor's, old girl.
All right. Come over here.
Thanks very much. See you tomorrow.
And learn.
Absolutely right. Our next guest boasts a CV that would be impressive at twice her age. In fact, it'd be impressive 3 times her age. It'd be impressive if they were nailing you into your
If I was
coffin.
90 and I had all that CV,
Yeah.
you'd be really impressed.
I'd be very impressed.
There you go.
She presents her own show back in the US of A. Is that true? I've given away what it is now. Her first single, Candy, reached gold status in America, and she is only 16 years old. No. Yeah. That's the crew's favourite sentence. Would you please welcome Mandy Moore? Welcome to the show, Mandy. May I formally greet you. Thank you very much for taking part in some of the fun we've had lined up for you this morning.
I have had fun.
Has it been fun? Really?
Yes.
You even enjoyed the tennis
fun.
thing where you're pulling up the Nicky Knocks?
I did. That was my exercise for the day.
OK, thank you very much. Mandy, you first hit the UK charts with your song Candy.
Yes.
Let's remind ourselves of that UK debut single.
So baby, come to me, come.
How about that? Now, you were only 15 then.
Yes.
The crew had grown. Do you feel you've matured in the pop industry in the past year? Have you learned a lot? Are you a different
I have
Mandy
learned a
Moore?
lot. I'm not a different person. I think I've become a more confident performer. And I think in a person too. I think I've become a more confident person, but everybody treats me the same.
Right.
So
okay.
I feel like the same person. You know?
What sort of things would have freaked you out back when you started that now you're not
Just
fazed by?
getting on stage, like initially, especially because the first time I really got on stage was on tour with NSYNC, and just being in front of huge crowds and girls, you know, that I thought were going to be really like mad at me and jealous and.
Because you're on tour with NSYNC, obviously they've been down the show, they're friends of the show, but they're massive heartthrobs, aren't they?
Yeah, massive heartthrobs.
So what were you playing stadiums, right?
Yeah, like open, like amphitheaters, with
Yeah.
like 30,000 people there, so it was quite freaky.
Terrifying.
It is terrifying. I mean, it's one thing to like go up there and sing the national anthem or do a play and sing somebody else's music, but to get up there and do your own music is kind of different.
But you got used to it after a while.
Oh yeah.
And now it's actually quite boring.
It's not boring.
Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not
Now
boring
you get out there, it's dull.
No. It's nerve-wracking before every performance.
Okay. Now, there's been a lot of talk
Okay.
this morning,
Yes.
generally. But there's been a lot of talk specifically about the similarities between yourself, and I know you must get sick of this. You probably, I can feel, what do you think I'm going to say?
Britney Spears, Christina
Is
Aguilera.
that a question? Yeah, you're right.
question.
People have compared me a lot to them, but I'm sorry. God, it's the wrong way around. But how do you feel about that?
I'm flattered. They're very, very successful. I respect them. Well, no, I respect them really for what they've been through, you know, with the media and rumors and this and that. But I think people are also really quick to judge me. They see that I have blonde hair and I sing pop music, so they come in with their mindset, I have to be Britney or I have to be Christina. Like, it can't possibly be somebody different. No, it's just not allowed. So sometimes I feel I get tired of trying to over-explain myself, you know. I think probably the biggest thing is our age, which is really going to set us apart. I mean, it may not seem like a big difference between 16 and 19 and 20.
No, Britney's older than that, though, isn't she, really? Isn't she about 27?
Well,
No, I'm not being funny. Oh, no, I've got a muddle with someone else. Sorry. I've got really muddled. I was getting a muddle with former Led Zeppelin guitarist Jimmy Page. Okay.
That's a grand thing to say, though, because you do wish. It's like I wouldn't go out of my way to slag off another performer because you do respect what they do.
Well, no, you do. And they're actually nice people, too.
Yeah.
Do you not think it's strange that Christina Aguilera is 17 years old, yeah? And I heard her being interviewed, and she said she's always wanted to do a Latin album. I mean, I'm just wondering how long she could have harbored that ambition.
Oh,
She's 17.
she's always wanted to. Okay.
Yeah, she said she's always wanted to. Thinking, what, going back to when?
Since she was 8.
No, since you were not 9. It's just an unusual dream for a 9-year-old kid. Yeah, I know you've always wanted to do that as well. Okay. Anyway, your new single in Latin. Donna es
Gregorian chanting.
Anyway, your new single, I Want to Be With You, is out soon. Should we have a look at it?
Yes.
Okay, let's give it the big clap. Let's cheer it. Here we go. Good record. Okay, then. Yeah, baby, yeah! Wow! You shout that. Yeah, baby, yeah! Thanks, guys. Okay, Lisa, you better do this one because they seem to have copied my name several times on Cheat One.
I think they have, and I've just gone with it.
Go to 3.
It sounds in that record, that video, the new song, etc. You've got a more grown-up sound.
Yeah.
Is that reflected because you feel more confident about yourself now?
Actually, the song was recorded a little bit after, well, 6 or 7 months after Candy. Oh. And we kind of put out like this special edition album over in the States that had this song and some other songs on it. But I think the song is probably more representative of like the music I like to sing and who I am as a person and where I want to go with my music. More like maybe on the next album, do something with more of a rock edge or just something like unpredictable.
So you have to consciously think then, we'll have a bit more of an upbeat one, then we'll slow it down for this one. You have to sort of break it up a bit.
I don't know if it's more of a conscious thing. I really like the song. It was kind of unexpected too. We just recorded it for this movie soundtrack over in the States and the record company decided to go with it for the second single. Like we already had another song lined up that was kind of upbeat and stuff, but
I think it's good though. It's good to show, you know, everything that you can do.
And then
like you're very versatile, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
You really
My
are.
latest album is a gamut.
I was talking about your carpentry.
Oh, right. Moving swiftly on. Now, here's something that you might or might not like, but just go with it. There have been rumours linking your name to various boy band members, like Mark Feely from Westlife, Backstreet Boy Nick Carter, and even one of the Hansons. Which one? Not that young buff-level one.
Not the one who's like an overexcited Labrador pup.
Is any of this? He really is.
It's one of them. came on, he just kept leaping at me.
But he beat it somewhere.
He just leapt over the stairs.
Like a puppy.
Hanson got, honestly, they're like 3 young Labradors.
Are any of these rumours true?
No, none.
See, how are you going to stay private and sort of like, I don't know, discover love on your own as
I
opposed to
have
being
no
private?
idea. I need help right now.
Right, pack it in. In the nicest possible
But
way.
it's just funny because then you see these people after and you're just like, oh, hi, yeah.
Yeah, and there's been a rumour about you for 3
Yeah.
weeks. And you've
Like,
never
what are you
met
supposed to say to them? You know?
What you need is a sort of uncle figure, don't you?
Yes, Mandy, who
And over there is the man. He's volunteering. He's an Australian actor. I don't know if you know him. He's in Mission Impossible 2.
He's good.
He's volunteering to chaperone you and keep you away from temptation.
Oh, I don't know if I need that, though.
Okay, very good answer. Sorry, mate. No, you're out. I appreciate you.
Back off, Paulson.
No, Uncle Paulson.
Right, Mandy, you're in a highly competitive industry. You are facing fierce pop battles with other young pop stars. We feel that we really should be equipping you to know your competition. So we've decided to test you on how much you do know in...
Mandy, more or less.
I am now officially one sort of Bruce Forsyth
Lisa,
type
you better do this
dolly.
because I don't know what the rules are. Go on, Lisa.
It's starting already.
Oh dear,
I've got a
hark
little
at
turn
me.
in my eye.
Okay,
Couple
go
of
on, Lisa.
psychic flashes and Brittany's flat on her face.
I presume this is a higher lower deal, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, here are the 5 rules of the game. We've
Okay.
got your potential chart rivals.
Okay.
Potential. Your first album has just been released, so we want to know if you know how well they did with their first album.
Okay.
All we want to know is if each one of them has had more or less album sales worldwide
On
than
their
the one before.
first album
First
only, yeah,
album.
Lisa?
So please, here's Brittany.
Okay.
This is Charlotte Church. She is a young British singer. Has Charlotte had more or less worldwide album sales than Brittany? Mandy?
Less.
Less, you think?
Less.
No way.
Oh!
Charlotte Church? Britain's answer to Britney Spears?
Okay. Here is Christina Aguilera. Has Christina versus Charlotte Church more or less album sales?
Christine, Genie in a Bottle was a great tune. There's no doubt about that. You've got to rub her the right way.
Moving on to dog-owning Billie Piper, the young British pop star. She's up next. Has Billie had more or less album sales
More or less.
than
Less.
Christina?
Less.
Let's see if she's right.
Got to be less.
Yay! And at the end here, we have a mystery woman.
Leanne Rhymes, I think it is.
Leanne, do you know what? I've
What?
met her. She's charming.
She's a lovely girl, Leanne Rhymes.
That jumper's not doing her any justice at all, is it?
Not at all, that's shocking.
It's an
No
old
woman
picture.
wants that.
It's an old picture.
It's a Venus de Milo.
No, but it's a shocking jumper as well.
She
isn't it?
looks like, what's her name, Linda Robson off Birds of a Feather.
Well, it's the sort of thing you get for Christmas and file straight
Do you
away.
want a bit of a sausage? Right, okay, I will get on with it.